Just start by shaking it out. Maybe you come into your whole body a little bit. Awesome. We'll be on the ground most of the time, but for the beginning, just for warming up the body, we're going to come into a little bit of movement standing up first. A little stretching out. All right. We're going to start with just some big, deep inhales and exhales. So feet can be a little bit wider than the hips here. Hands can come down to the side. Take a nice big inhale all the way down into the belly. And exhale. Beautiful. Let your arms swing a little bit here. Nice big inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. Awesome. Knees can bend. Nice big inhale. Exhale. All right. Beautiful. Nice big inhale. Exhale. All right. I know some people. All right. Shake it out. Beautiful. All right. Feet a little bit wider than the hips here. Nice big inhale. Stretch it really, really high. Really, really long. Maybe come onto your toes. Exhale. All right, so hands back behind you. A little bit of like an airplane here. Nice and long in the back. We're going to do this a few times. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. And one more. Hold it here. Big full breath. Beautiful. On your inhale, your arms are going to lift a little bit more. Exhale. Let them come down. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Beautiful. One more. Beautiful. On your next inhale, rise all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale. Bend the knees. Let your head sink down. Find a little wag in the tail. Hands can come down. Bend your knees as far as you need to get there. Beautiful. Generous bend in the knees. You're going to roll it all the way up. Let your head be heavy. Head will lift last. Shoulders come up and back. Nice big inhale, lift. We're going to come into those airplanes. Heavy breaths. Beautiful. Two more. Big inhale. One more. Beautiful. Inhale, lift it all the way back up, maybe onto the toes. And exhale, forward, fold it all the way down. Beautiful. Bend the knees, let the hips swing side to side. Awesome. On your inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale down to heart center. Big, full, deep breath. Notice how the body's feeling already. Awesome. All right, from here, turn sideways on your mat if you're not already sideways. Feet are going to be a little bit more than hips width distance apart. Hands can stay together at heart center, maybe even hold them as such. You're going to step out to the side, squat down, and come back. Step out to the other side, squat down, and come back. So you can start to add in some straw breaths here, which is the breath that I like when we come into doing some of these workouts with Pilates. So nice inhales through the nose, exhale out the mouth like you're blowing through a straw. Nice and straight through the back still. Take your time, take the amount of time that you need to transition. Make sure your foundation's nice and steady here. And let's do 2 more on each side. 2, 1, and 1. Bring it all the way back to center. Nice big inhale, sweep it up. Exhale the airplane. Ha! Beautiful. 2 more. Big inhale. Exhale. Ha! 1 more. Ha! Hold it here. Big full breath. So you're nice and straight in your back. Maybe your arms lift a little bit more. Exhale to bring them down. Big inhale. Exhale to bring them down. 1 more. Beautiful. On your inhale, swoop it all the way up. Maybe come onto the toes. Exhale down to heart center. Big deep breath. Notice where you're at. All right. So you're going to walk all the way back to the back of your mat. So you have lots of nice room in front of you. All right. Feet can be underneath the hips. They can be a little bit wider than the hips here. All right. Hands come down to the sides. Airplanes 3 more times. Nice big inhale. Lift it up. Maybe come onto the toes. Exhale down to airplane. Ha! Beautiful. 2 more times. Maybe onto the toes as you lift. Ha! 1 more time. Ha! Awesome. Stay down here. Hands are going to come down in front of you. So a little bend in the knees. You're going to do a little crawl. Little walk yourself forward. All the way to your plank pose. Take a nice big inhale. Nice and straight in your plank. Bend the knees. Walk it back. Big breath at the end. Walk it forward. Pause. And walk it back. All right. Let's do 3 more. 3. These are called inchworms. 2. And 1. You'll hold it at the plank. Really press away from the floor. Knees can be down in this plank pose if you'd like. Big full deep breath. 1 more. Beautiful. Slowly drop the knees down if you'd like. Slowly bring yourself all the way down onto your belly. Elbows stay nice and hugged in. Hands more underneath the shoulders. Little cobra push-ups. And bring in that straw breath. Nice big inhales through the nose. Exhale out the mouth like you're blowing through a straw. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Full deep breath. Beautiful. Bring it all the way back down. Stretch the hands out in front of you. And on your inhale, you're going to stretch as far as you can. And exhale to lower down. Wiggle the hips side to side. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. So your forehead or your chin can rest down if you'd like. Or you can lift your head up. Totally up to you. Your left arm is going to stretch forward. Right leg stretches back. Other limbs on the ground here. Nice full breath. Your leg is lifting from your hip. Your arm is lifting from your shoulder. You're going to lower down just a touch. Inhale to lift. Or sorry, exhale to lift. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Right hand lifts, right arm lifts, left leg lifts. You'll touch it down and exhale on your lift for 10. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Awesome. Stretch both hands forward, both legs back. Find a little swim. for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hands come back underneath. Find a little rock side to side. You can actually bend the knees. Let them windshield wiper side to side. Big deep breaths. Whew. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Legs nice and long. Elbows into the sides. Little cobra push-ups for 10. 10. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Tuck the toes under. Press up through tabletop. Hands and knees. And then come back to find some hip circles. Big deep breaths. Opposite direction. Awesome. How are we feeling? Good. Bring it all the way back to center. Walk the feet in here. All right. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. You're going to press up so your shoulders are really pressing. You're pressing the floor away from you. Your right foot is going to send back first. Find that balance. And notice if your belly is dipping down and you feel kind of like this, pull that lower belly in so you're nice and solid foundation. Take a nice big inhale. Full exhale. Beautiful. One more. Awesome. Pull the knee in towards the nose. Feel the foot lifted off the ground here. Rounding through the back. Pull it up a little bit more. Beautiful. Stretch it way back out. And then bring it all the way down. Awesome. Opposite side. Left foot will come straight back. Keep that belly lifted here. So you're holding it here. Full deep breath. One more. Awesome. Pull the knee in towards the nose. Keep the foot lifted off the ground. Really round through the back. Really press through the arms. Full deep breath. One more. Pull it up just a little bit more. Awesome. Send it straight back. Toes can point down towards the ground. Pull in that lower belly. Awesome. Bring it all the way back down to hands and knees. Walk the hands just about a palm's length forward. Tuck the toes under. You're going to bring it up to a downward dog or inverted V. Pedal your feet a little bit here. Awesome. And then walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees as much as you need. Nice big inhale at the top, lengthening the spine. Exhale to fold. Awesome. Walk it forward nice and slow. Nice little inches to plank. Big deep inhale. And walk it back. 4 more. Walk it forward. Press the floor away from you. Walk it back. Walk it forward to 3. Walk it back. And 2. Walk it back. And 1. Walk it all the way here. Find your plank pose. If your plank pose is knees down, that's wonderful. If it's knees up, that's wonderful. If it's on forearms, that's wonderful. Any plank pose works here. Full deep breath. 1 more. Beautiful. Send it back to your downward dog. Bend your knees. Pedal your feet. Awesome. And then lower the knees all the way down nice and slow. Send the hips back towards the heels. Big deep breath in child's pose. Awesome. And then start to bring yourself forward once again. We're going to transition all the way down onto the back. All right. So as you make your way down, I won't have you do any fancy tricks to get down here quite yet. Just make sure your lower back is pressed to the floor here. Knees can be in towards the chest for a moment. Little rock side to side. Stretching out the lower back. Beautiful. All right, come all the way back to center. We're going to start with some bicycles. So, because those are apparently my favorite right now. You can do one of two things. Hands can be down by the hips. Hands can be interlaced behind the head with the head lifted. Keep the elbows out nice and wide here if you're here. And we'll stretch out one leg, opposite shoulder towards opposite knee, and then switch to the other side. Use your straw breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way back into the chest. Find a little movement. Big deep breaths. Awesome. Coming all the way back to center. Hands come behind the head once again, or underneath the hips. If you want a little lighter version today, let's do one more set of those bicycles. Stretch it out nice and long on one side, opposite shoulder to opposite knee. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Pull it into the chest. Find a little rock. Woo, big deep breath. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. So you can keep with the bicycles if you'd like here, or find some straight legs. We're actually going to hold behind the legs here. You can do the same thing with knees bent. Totally up to you. This is going to be a little bit more heat. So I'm going to lift up with my belly here, so my neck is not lifting. My neck's nice and long, and we'll go fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. Okay? Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. For 5. Fast, fast, slow. For 3. And 2, and 1. Beautiful. Both legs come straight up in the air. Let the head come down. Bend a little tick-tock side to side. Come all the way back to center. Hands can come underneath the hips for this. Legs straight up in the air. Your heels and your ankles are touching nice and close together. And your big toes touching too. Nice big inhale. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow with control. Don't come all the way down, and lift all the way back up. See how slow you can go here. Even on the lift, especially on the lift. If you're a little shaky, that's okay. And let's just do 2 more of this. Get that last one, that lift really slow. I did that lift a little too fast last time. Ooh, beautiful. Pull the knees into the chest. Find a little rock. Beautiful. All right, come all the way back to center. Rock it up and down a few times with your spinal rock. Whew. This should feel nice for the spine. If it doesn't feel nice for the spine, you don't have to do it. Whatever doesn't feel, if there's some pain or something, we don't want pain. We just want some nice stretching, maybe a little uncomfortable. Uncomfortable's okay. All right, the next time you come up, hold it in a balanced boat. Big deep breath. If your toes are down, that's okay too. Awesome. And then we'll meet in this position. So toes are down, shoulders are rolled up and back. So you're still balancing here. My toes are barely touching the ground. And I'm gonna keep my core engaged, keep my back really straight, and I'm gonna lift and lower. Just as high as feels good for your body. For 5, 4, 3, keep that collarbone open, and 1, beautiful, come all the way back down, toes can be on the ground here, shoulders roll up and back, keep that boat pose, full deep breath, awesome, feet come all the way down, bring yourself forward just a little bit here, my mat keeps twisting away from you. All right, so feet are going to be flat on the ground. Lean back just a little bit here. Notice that my back is still really straight. I want to keep my shoulders rolled up and back. Awesome. Hands can come behind the knees for a little less heat, maybe out to the sides for a little bit more. Plug those shoulders back in. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, lean it back. Inhale, bring it up. And we'll go a little quicker. And 5, we're gonna hold it on 1, 3, 2, and hold it back, full breath. Shoulders stay back here, nice and open. For 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it. 1, beautiful, bring it forward, soles of the feet come together, lean forward towards the legs, let the knees open, find a little movement side to side. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center, press into the feet, rise up, bring the knees back together. Feet can be about hips width distance apart here. You're gonna find that lean back once again, all right? Hands can come together in prayer. Hands can be just kind of stacked on top of each other if you'd like. Elbows out to the sides here. You're going to roll the shoulders up and back. Keep the back really straight here. Keep the collarbone really open. Take a nice big inhale. Beautiful. Just with the torso, twist over to the side. Legs do not move here. Bring it back to center. Opposite side. You can do your exhales on the twist. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, elbows out, collarbone open, and 1. Come back to center, hold it here, hands come out to the sides, full deep breath. You got it, 1 more. Beautiful, pull yourself forward, soles of the feet come together, knees come out, lean it forward here, find a little bit of movement. Woo. All right, come all the way back to center, press into the feet, rise back up, awesome. Walk yourself forward as far as you can so that you have some room to lay down. Hands are going to come behind the knees. Nice and slowly lay yourself back. Awesome. From here, legs come out into bicycles or long legs. Once again, you can lift your head up, holding with your upper belly. So in your upper abs here. All right, Fast, fast, slow. Once again. And we'll go for 10. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. 9. Fast, fast, slow. 8. Fast, fast, slow. 7. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, 5. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, 3. Fast, fast, slow. You got it. Fast, fast, slow. One more. Fast, fast, slow. Awesome. Legs come up towards the ceiling. Head comes down. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Find a little bit of movement. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. Hands can be right next to the hips here. For this one, feet come straight up in the air. Awesome. From here, you're going to draw 2 big circles. Your feet will be together at the top. They're going to come out to the sides. You're going to come all the way down. Feet come together at the bottom, and then lift. Awesome. Let's do 8 of these. 8. Nice and controlled. 7. 6. Nice and slow. 4. Keep the breath moving. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Knees come into the chest. Rock it up and back. Whew, spinal rocks a few times if it feels good. And then land it up in that upward boat. Full breath. Awesome. Shoulders roll up and back. Nice and tall through the spine here. Toes can be down on the ground. Toes can lift for a little bit more heat here. I'm actually going to lower my toes down. Let's all actually lower the feet down so you see what we're doing first. All right. Bring it forward so you get your spine nice and long. Shoulders roll up and back. Awesome. So you're going to start to lean back here. If this feels like enough for you today, then stay here. If you would like to, hands can come together at the top, and you're going to keep your spine nice and long as you can. Maybe you come up even a little bit higher, just as this is a different position, and you're going to lower down and bring it back up. Lean back as far as you'd like to, but keep the collarbone open for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way back up, all the way forward. Soles of the feet come together. Lean it forward. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Knees come back together. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Lean it back once again. Again, you can lift your feet for more heat. You can keep your feet lower for less heat. Hands come together, maybe stacked on top of each other again. Find these twists and breathing. Exhale on your twist. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it in the middle. Hands come out to the sides. Shoulders come up and back. Full deep breath. 1 more. Beautiful. On your inhale, bring it forward. Big deep breath. Awesome. Inhale to bring it all the way back up. Knees come back together. Stretch the feet out nice and long here. Awesome. All right. How are we doing? Big deep breaths, everyone. Awesome. Your right knee is going to bend. You can hold on to your right knee here. Remember, shoulders up and back so your spine is really long and straight. You're going to pull in your lower belly and try to keep the spine really long here, okay? Your energy is going to be out the left heel. So it's nice and long. You're gonna lift just an inch up, lifting from the hip and lower down. 4, 10, 9, 8, spine stays long. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Stretch both legs out. Hands can come behind you. Just side to side, bending the knees. Awesome. You should feel that right in your hip. Your hip flexor should be getting a nice workout here. You'll pull the left knee in. Energy's out the right heel. Really pull into the knee so you get nice and long in the spine. Once again, hug in that lower belly and lift the right leg from the hip for 10, 9, 8, 7, spine long, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Knees bend. Bring both hands behind you, side to side. Windshield wipers. I think I snuck in another one on that side. That's all right. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. All right. We're going to flip over to hands and knees here. All right. Beautiful. Tuck under the toes. Hands are going to be a little forward of the shoulders here. Grip through the fingers. Press yourself up to this downward dog, inverted V. You can pedal your feet a little bit here. Awesome. Come all the way back to center, and you'll shift your weight forward so you're in a plank pose. Really press through the heels here. Keep the spine really long. Full deep breath, pull in that lower belly, press the floor away from you. On the knees is an option here. Big deep breath. Awesome. We're going to find those inchworms. Once again, walk it back to the feet. And we're going to add on, for those of you who want a little extra heat here, walk it all the way forward to your plank pose. At the end of your plank, if you'd like to do a push-up, you're welcome to, and then walk it all the way back. Awesome. Walk it forward. Push up if you'd like. My push up is always down under my belly and then all the way back up, which might be different than your push up. But push ups are not my favorite. Although I should probably do more of them. Clearly. Walk it all the way forward. Oh. And let's go for 3 more. Oh. Whether you're all the way onto your belly or you're doing a proper push-up where you're not coming all the way down onto your belly, this will be great for you. So the next time you push it up, hold it here in your plank pose. Really press the floor away. Knees can be down if that feels better to you, or on your forearms. Keep the hips low. Big deep breath. 1 more. Awesome. Walk it all the way back to the feet. Awesome. Bend the knees. Swing the hips. You can grab on the opposite elbows, letting the gravity stretch the shoulders. Come all the way back to center. Generous bend in the knees. Roll yourself up. Head will come up last. Big deep breath. Shoulders roll up and back. Awesome. Shoulders roll up and back a few times. Roll those shoulders around. They just did a nice amount of work in the opposite direction. Whew. Beautiful job, everyone. I'm sure you're feeling it in your shoulders like I am. So let's give them a little bit of a stretch here. Feet can be a little bit further apart. Give yourself a big hug. Walk your fingers towards the shoulder blades and bend the knees a little bit. Lean forward. Just let the head hang. Let the torso hang. Let the shoulders stretch between the shoulder blades. Come all the way back to center. Notice which arm is on top. Nice big inhale, open up. And exhale, opposite arm on top. Walk the fingers towards the shoulder blades. Lean it forward, bend the knees. Everything's nice and loose here. Head is heavy, arms are heavy. Stretching the spots between the shoulder blades. Come all the way back to center. Nice big inhale, open, back up. Whew. All right. So you'll bring your arms out into cactus arms here. So nice and parallel with the floor. And then I'm going to show you from the side what we're going to do. You're going to make little rainbows with your elbows, squeezing your shoulder blades, and then bringing them forward again. Squeeze and back. These are called walnut crushers, like you're crushing a walnut with your shoulder blades. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hold it. Hands come behind you. Bend your knees into your airplane pose. Big inhale, bring it up. Exhale, ha breath with the airplane. Ha. Beautiful. 2 more. Ha. 1 more. Ha. Awesome. Bring it all the way up and then come on to your toes. Big deep breath. Lower it all the way down. Hands come together. Elbows come together here. So palms and elbows are together. And we're just going to find a little lift and lower. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it all the way down. Elbows stay together here. Nice big inhale. Full exhale. And then we're going to open, squeeze the shoulder blades, and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Elbows come back together. Dive it all the way down. Beautiful. Arms can relax. You can actually grab onto opposite elbows. Let gravity take hold of the shoulders here. Bend the knees. Find a little sway. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. Generous bend in the knees. Roll it up. Nice and slow. Shoulders come up and back. Awesome. A couple more times. Oh, all right. Shake the shoulders out. You are going to come to the end of your mat, hands or your space here. Hands come down to the sides. Nice big inhale. Lift it up. Lift the heels if you'd like a little balancing. Beautiful. And then pull in the lower belly wherever you are. See how controlled you can get as you fold down. Maybe the heels don't drop until you're all the way down. Beautiful. Awesome. Walk it forward once again, finding that little inchworm. We're just going to hold it at the end in your plank pose. Press the floor away. Full deep breath. 1 more. Drop the hips a little bit more. Lift the right foot off the ground. 3-legged plank. 1 more. Lower it down. Left leg lifts. 3-legged plank. Big deep breath. One more. Beautiful. Feet come all the way down. Knees lowered very slowly onto the ground. Send the hips back towards the heels. Big breath here. One more. Awesome. Walk yourself forward to hands and knees. And nice and slowly make your way down onto your forearms. So my hips are still over my knees here, and my palms might come together. I'm going to sit my hips, really my chest is going to dip down a little bit here. My hips might come back a little bit further, but not all the way to the heels. I might even just walk my elbows forward. And then my palms are going to lift off the mat. Chest will come down a little bit further. Head is going to sink in between my elbows here. Maybe my hands come over my head. This is called puppy pose. It's just a really nice shoulder stretch. Come down as far as feels good for you. Let yourself soften into it. Beautiful. Hands can come forward. Shift the weight forward and bring the hips all the way down onto the floor. Really press into the elbows. Shine the heart forward. Just find a little counter stretch for the back here. And if it feels good for your back, this does not feel good for everyone's back, you can hug into the lower belly, press off of the floor. Really hug the lower belly here because that's going to help protect that crunching in the lower back. We don't need that. And then come all the way back to center. Beautiful. Tuck the toes under. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders here. You can interlace the fingers. Elbows right under, or tuck the toes under. Pull in the lower belly. You're going to lift the hips up. Little forearm plank. Big deep breaths. I know we've been doing a lot of planks, a lot of shoulders. You got this. Give me a few seconds more. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Knees come down. Find a little movement. Side to side. Awesome. Release the hands. Wiggle the fingers. Find that puppy pose once again. Big deep breath. Stretch the shoulders out. Beautiful. Bring it all the way back up. Walk yourself up to hands and knees. You can walk the hands forward of the shoulders just a bit to find some hip circles. Find the opposite direction. Beautiful. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. Walk the hands back towards the knees. You can extend the feet off to the side. Excellent. Beautiful. Feet can come right out in front of you. Shoulders roll up and back. A few times. And the opposite direction. Awesome. You can cross the legs if you'd like, or just sit in a way that feels good. Your right hand will lift up towards the ceiling here. Bend the elbow and send your hand right behind your neck here. I want your neck to take priority, so it's not off to the side like this because your arm is here, but your spine stays really long here. Your left hand can grab onto the elbow. just pull back just a little bit. You should feel a stretch right along here in the front of the arm. Big deep breath. Nice and tall through the spine as much as you can. Beautiful. Release that left hand down. Release the right arm down. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Awesome. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbow. Again, neck takes priority as much as you can. Right hand's going to reach across. Just pull that elbow back towards the wall behind you. Just a touch here. Hand can come down the back. Big, full, deep breath. Beautiful. Start to release both arms. Bring them back behind the hips here. And then press the fingertips into the ground. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open that collarbone. Full deep breath. One more. Beautiful. Walk yourself forward. Shoulders roll up and back a few times. And the opposite direction. All right. One more. Give yourself a real big hug. Walk the fingers towards the shoulder blades as much as you can. Lean forward. Find a little rock motion. Big deep breaths here. Excellent. Come all the way back to center. Notice which arm is on top. Nice big inhale. Opens you back up. Really stretch it. Opposite arm on top. Walk the fingers towards the shoulder blades. And lean yourself forward. Find a little rock. Come all the way back to center. Nice big inhale. Open it up. Hands drop behind the hips one more time. Press into the fingers or into the knuckles. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lean yourself back. Open the collarbone. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. That is it. Thank you so much.